Continuing the trend set by previous videos, we're going to upgrade my shovel now to netherite. I believe that's the right one. Yes, it definitely is the right one. There we go. So now I have kind of 4 main netherite tools which I'll be using. I also added unbreaking to this netherite pickaxe, which I think is definitely going to help a lot, because this pickaxe seems to be getting broken all the time now. And I meant to do this in episode, but I accidentally did it out of episode instead. I got a diamond sword with smite 4 and mending on it. Now, I guess we could probably add some enchantments to that, but this is going to be the sword I fight the wither with when we do eventually get to that. That isn't yet, but it's kind of good to have that for when it does eventually happen. I think I'm going to go and put it in my vault now. I have a spare armor stand here. I guess it's his now. So I've been doing a decent amount of work out of episode on Ryan's house. I mean, I didn't change anything, because I know he probably wouldn't like that much, and this is his own house, so yeah. But it just stood out from the others in the fact that it was slightly off-center, so I just corrected that. I pulled one of these sides forward a bit. It feels like a lot more work than it was, because originally I took it in a block instead of putting it out a block. But there you go, now it's all fixed, and it's 100% symmetrical, at least on the outside. Now, for some upcoming projects, there's quite a bit of resource gathering that I would just like to do, and I think maybe it would be satisfying as a time lapse just to watch materials being gathered. So I've got my trusty netherite axe. I'm going to fly over to where there's some oak trees, and I'm going to chop it down. And hopefully you enjoy this time lapse, which we'll be also doing a bit early in the video for a time lapse, I know. But let's just get on with it, see how much oak wood we can get, and I'll see you after this time lapse, guys.
Freaky Frog! How you doing? Where are you? Will?
I'm doing good.
Where? I can't find you. Where?
I'm coming. Hello.
Hello! Hello. Well, yes. Present. I don't know, I just got it from a witch. I also got a music disc, so if you want, you can have that.
Instant. Oh, yes. I like music. What one
Yes.
is it?
It's style. It's the good one.
See, yeah. Instant.
Yes, okay. So, with all that chopping of the wood, it has given me a bit of inspiration. So, I think we should build, not a tree farm, but I think traditional tree cutting is much more fun than just a dumb tree farm. Where is the place where I was doing that? Oh, here it is. So I think if we get rid of all the trees in this area, we can make like a kind of wood area, maybe like a tree lab or something, where they're just growing trees, chopping them down, growing more trees. We could have like a perfect line of trees. I don't know. It seems like something that could potentially look nice. And yeah, maybe we should build a bit of that today. Now, because we set up this basalt generator last episode, and I've got unbreaking on my pickaxe, I think we should probably build with basalt. Polished basalt has always reminded me of like a, I don't know, it looks a bit like a tree, if you see what I mean. I mean,
okay.
This isn't polished basalt, but maybe we could have polished. Oh, I probably should have used a stone cutter for that. But polished basalt looks a bit like a tree trunk, just kind of grey. So much so that I just tried to use my axe on it. So maybe for the corners or some slight detailing, we could use polished basalt. The question is, what else we're going to build with, because I have not planned this in the slightest. Blackstone might be a nice idea. Haven't built out a blackstone yet. We've got quite a bit of it from the netherite stuff. And, you know, polished blackstone bricks looks amazing. So, maybe what we could do is grab a big stack of polished blackstone bricks and see how these look together. Looks quite nice, actually.
Yeah, they do fit quite nicely. But I cannot use an elytra because I am bad.
Okay, well, try your best to follow me. Use them sparingly.
Okay.
Let's do this. Okay, let's get cracking with destroying these birch trees, because they don't need to be here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just realised I never actually showed the amount of wood that I got. 3 and a bit stacks. That should hopefully be enough for the project, which will be starting somewhat soon. Although it is a big
Cutting down
house.
trees in Minecraft is somewhat therapeutic.
Well, yeah. Maybe that's why we shouldn't have a tree farm, and as opposed to tree farm, we should just have like a good old tree cutting place. I mean, I know deforestation isn't that great, but I guess if they kept the chopping and replanting of the trees to this specific area, then it wouldn't really be that bad. In many ways, we're kind of saving the rest of the trees by doing this. Okay, so we'll probably have to go with the shape of this hill. I mean, it's not exactly a very easy to build with shape, so we're going to have to do a bit of terraforming here and there. But nothing too major, because, you know, it's got to be a bit natural. It's got to have that kind of natural hint to it.
For some reason, I'm really concentrating right now.
Yeah.
A creeper's coming up. He looks like he wants to help terraform this place.
What?
Over down here.
No.
Oh, hello.
Alright, let's bring him over here and then blow up.
There we go.
Nice, thanks.
What a lovely 4-piece hole.
What a mess, or at least it was, until we cleared everything up. Just a floating grass block there. So, this is the area we've got to work with. It's you know, a nice flat area. We might need to extend this part out a tiny bit. We won't have much room in the centre bit if we don't, so let's just do that. And then we can begin building. What should we call this place?
The orchard? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, where's the flattest area where, like, the entrance can be? Maybe here?
Well, I think the entrance would make sense being here because it's thinner, so we wouldn't have to, it's thinner, so we wouldn't have to, like, make it as large, and also, it's closer to the main buildings, so I think it just might make sense.
Okay, that makes sense. Definitely. How wide do we want this door to be? 6, maybe?
Yeah, that seems like a fairly good walkway, yeah.
Now, I don't need any kind of specific shape. It just basically needs to be a tiny bit blocky. Because having, you know, corner pieces like that, I guess maybe one further out. There.
So, yeah.
There. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So, what are we just planting any trees, or is it going to be a specific type?
It should probably be like not necessarily a specific type, but maybe a specific pattern of planting, basically. If you get what I mean.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
It's a nice kind of shape. The dark colour is really contrast against the ground, which is really nice. It does work extremely well. So I've sort of continued the shape around. It's going to be quite thin in areas like this, but it could potentially lead to maybe like a different area or something else entirely. Now's the tricky bit, getting more blackstone. I don't particularly want to make any trips to a basalt delta, although I know where one is. It's a treacherous journey that I don't want to take today. So, what I'm going to do instead is hop into the nether, get into our netherite mine, and mine some bits of blackstone that have been left from when we were just blowing up beds. So that was an eventful couple of minutes. I have a lot of blackstone. A creeper blew up this area. Luckily, Gorgonzola is fine, but we're going to have to make a new smithing table. Because, you know, our exploits with netherite have not yet finished. I think I have enough blackstone for just the entire wall all the way around that's maybe 3 blocks tall. So let's polish this blackstone up, turn it into bricks, and get building. Oh no!
I can't be trusted with the leeches. It's nice to respawn back in my house.
Yes. Back on track, let's go and continue filling in this wall. Instead of having like a solid wall, maybe a gap in the middle so you can kind of see in might be a nice idea.
Okay. So like 1 block and then one block gap and then another block.
Yeah, like a slit. One thing's for sure, this definitely will not be finished today. Why is there a baby dog? Did you wander all the way from the tiger biome? That's a long way, young sir.
Do you need just an iron pickaxe to mine blackstone?
Yeah, it's fine. Iron pickaxe will be okay. I will teach you the ways of the world, dog.
No, I can't speak.
So
Yeah,
all of the blocks on the
it's actually
outside
fine.
have been done, other than the basalt. That I'm going to do out of episode. Ooh, ender pearls. Next up, we're going to do something which I've wanted to do for an extremely long time. We're going to start work on a project which will eventually come into full fruition in the future. We are just basically building the rough idea outline as of right now. But, and that's a big but, we will be continuing to work on it in future episodes. Same with this. This is definitely not done. We will return to this at some point in the next few episodes. For now, though, let's head over to the iceberg biome. So here we are at the icebergs biome. This is the closest to our place. There's the lighthouse over there, just to show how close this place actually is. There is another icebergs biome just a couple 100 blocks that way, but this is the one which we're going to be actually building on. So the thing I've been wanting to do for a while around here is making an ice racetrack. If you don't know, boats on ice are absolutely insane. It's just so fun. And having like a kind of racetrack where you can just race your boats around would be so much fun. I hate these guys. Ouchie.
There's just like zombies spawning in like herds of like 5.
We need to build the outline, not the actual thing, but we need to build the outline of a ginormous racetrack. So I think it should probably, how many blocks long do you think it should be? Maybe 10?
Right, so this is going to be width, right?
Yeah, width would be probably 10 blocks. This is kind of the area which you would start at, maybe. Because this is kind of like a nice open area. You can just enter here with your boats. We can get some kind of mechanism to get the boats onto the land. And that's where you can start the race. We basically now need to just make a huge racetrack. Let's do this. I mean, I think I'll probably time-lapse this too. 2 time-lapses in 1 episode is something that's generally unheard of. But I think we can probably get away with it. So, you know, you can literally just build this however you want. Just like have a nice kind of winding, twisting pathway. Let's do this. I mean, it's time-lapse time. Let's go. And that was the last block placed for at least the outline of this gigantic thing. And we're going to need to make some amendments. There's some areas here which need to be built upon, some areas which boats can't get through full stop. Well, like most of this, all of this, boats can't get through one block gaps. So what we're going to have to do is make some changes. There's also massive areas like this around here which can be used for something. We will find something to put there at some point. So just to give you a run through of what this is going to look like, I'm going to hop into a boat now.
Yeah,
So Will, if you jump in after me, I guess we could experience this together. Hello.
Jesus.
Right, so you go around this corner.
jeez.
It's extremely difficult to do anything. Go around here, around this corner. See, if you get good at it, so there's two potential ways you can go. That way, which will be filled with obstacles. This way, which will take longer because it goes around the outside. It'll push you up using a sticky piston, and you'll be able to come around here. You'll drop down right next to where you go out, and you can go through here then. Then you'll turn, and this is the difficult part. Obviously, I need to destroy some of this iceberg, so let's just quickly hop out the boat a sec. And break it.
What we've deliberately done is we've put in some hard corners in the part where we won't have any obstacles in the way. So you're not really going to get a clean stretch unless it's at the start or right at the finish.
Yeah.
So it should be fairly balanced for anybody. So people who are at the end could still win in like the last 30 seconds.
Okay, so this is quite a wide bit. You just head straight around here. I'm getting good at this, look. Nyom. And this is where it gets interesting. We're either going to use water bubble columns or just water flowing down.
Yeah.
To get up there, we're going to go up to the top of the iceberg. Where did the boat go? I shot off. So you'll eventually end up here somewhere, probably around here, where I am now. I'm stuck in a hole. Then you'll head your way. In fact, we could probably do it in the boat now. It'll take some fall damage. It'll be much safer when we do this properly. So you go down. I can't see anything. Whoa. Oh yeah, wait. You don't take fall damage in boats. It's fine.
Oh, yeah.
And you'll drop down here. And then you'll have to go this way, which is a bit we just finished making. And this is where mine and Will's parts link up. So there's this area where you can go either that way or that way. Really tough corners around here sometimes. You'll get to this area
because
where
it's
it'll
the
probably
second half, we
launch
just
you up
wanted to
there.
make the corners a bit more tough.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Second half is the harder half. Now, either we're going to go up to the top of there or straight through here, depending on whatever we choose later on. You come out just over here, so you can plonk the boat back down. Continue our way around here. Nyom. Some really tough corners again, and it's really thin. Quite treacherous.
I mean, what's possibly even harder is that when I was first making this, I was under the impression that I would be going the other way round.
Yeah, which potentially even makes it even harder for a person going this way. So there's some natural things sticking up in the way here. Really tough corner here. Ouch! You literally can't do that without hitting the wall. And then this is where we're going to have to unfortunately get out of the boat until we get well past, because, well, there's no ice here, and also boats actually can't get through one block gaps. So it can get through here, but only just. Make your way this way, straight through here, where we got to jump off again. We'll obviously have ice in these gaps.
Yeah.
And you can't unfortunately get through
early
here.
Version. Oh, hello, witch.
Very early version. We're going to go straight through this iceberg here. End up on this side. And then go straight through this one again.
Go through.
Yeah. Then you'll have to go through this way. This obviously needs improvement. You can't get through most of this on a boat. And this you definitely can't. So we're going to have to do some destroying here. And you'll eventually end up... I
mean, you can
the
barely
boat
get
back
through
down.
as a human, so...
Yeah, are you in the boat? Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Around this corner, around this corner, and you're back at the starting line. So we'll be working, obviously, on that, or continuing to work on that throughout, in between episodes and in future episodes too. We're not going to leave this, trust me. It is going to be so much fun when we do eventually finish this.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I was trying to eat a carrot, but I was on the wrong item in my hotbar.
Thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button. And yes, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in another video of mine, hopefully sometime soon. Goodbye.